Hello everybody, my name is Melissa. I'm one of the music therapy interns here at RGV Music Therapy and Wellness Center. And today, as you can see, I'm going to be talking to you all about where music therapists work. And there's a lot of different populations and settings that we get to work in, but I'm probably not even going to cover all of them, but I feel like I'm going to be providing a general sense of where we work. Music therapists get to work with individuals as well in group settings. We also serve different populations from all ages, all the way from prenatal to the end of life. Now, the first setting that we're going to talk about is the medical setting, and mostly it is set in the hospitals. There are different subdivisions within hospitals. We have NICU, the pediatrics, we have acute and long-term care. We also have music therapists work in coping skills before or after surgeries. We also work with patients that might have cancer, dealing with AIDS, might be dealing with chronic pain, so pain management is a big thing. Working also with patients with Parkinson's and rehabilitation. So with rehabilitation, we mostly consider mostly physical rehabilitation. There are specific facilities that might be accommodating that. People can be experiencing anything from a traumatic brain injury or cerebrovascular accident like a stroke. And there's different goals that you would want to reach with these people, including coping to the changes that they just experienced and pain management. The next setting we'll talk about is home health. Home health can be very many different populations, but some of that might include people with physical disabilities like cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, and cystic fibrosis. Now, some of those you will also be probably getting to work with in the medical or rehabilitation settings as well. But for home health, it's really going to be varied in different populations as well. Intellectual and developmental disabilities, that could be really open to any age, but mostly we're going to be talking about the school setting. And in the school setting, you could be talking about early childhood development. Yesterday, we were able to talk with Veronica Butler from the Rice School of Houston about her setting and early childhood development. And then also in the school setting, there's a focus on special education, which we have a video today of Lakin Walker talking about being in the schools and in the special education setting. Now, some of the things that you would see in the school setting is working with students who might be hearing or visually impaired, or working on speech, their speech impairment. They also might be working on academic skills and social skills as well. Some of the populations you would work with in this setting might be individuals with autism, Down syndrome, possibly ADHD, and language and speech disorders. The next population we will talk about is in mental and behavioral health. We might be working with clients that have behavioral or emotional disorders like depression, anxiety, and they might be part of a treatment facility that they're getting these services from. In crisis and trauma, there's a lot of different aspects and groups that you would consider in this group. There might be patients who've experienced domestic violence. They might have post-traumatic stress disorder. They might be experiencing substance abuse, and we also address suicide prevention. Music therapists also serve the military. It could be anywhere from active duty military to veterans, and a lot of times music therapists deal with veterans who might be dealing with PTSD, but we also get to work with the family members of these active duty military and veterans as well. In correctional facilities, which are in the prisons and forensic settings, we mostly deal with people with psychiatric disorders. In the geriatric and older adults population, we get to work with these individuals either at home or in skilled nursing and memory care facilities like nursing homes and assisted living homes. They might be in a physical rehabilitation facility, and we deal also with patients that might have Alzheimer's and dementia. Hospice and palliative care is considered either end-of-life care or long-term care, mostly with the elderly, but it could be any age that might be experiencing end-of-life, and for those who might be terminally ill. And we also get to work with the families or their loved ones that might be experiencing or preparing for grief and loss. There are individuals who seek out music therapy independently for their self-care as well. Our last population we're going to get to talk about is private practice. In private practice, it really is up to the music therapist who or what kind of populations they want to work with and who they want to serve. Here at the RGV Music Therapy and Wellness Center, we get to work with various and many different populations. They could include mental and behavioral health, mostly for teenagers and young adults, working with adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We also get to work with a lot of home health as well. And we also get to work with veterans with PTSD and in the hospice setting. So really, when it comes to private practice, it is going to be up to the music therapists to decide who they want to serve and what they want to specialize in as well. Well, thank you so much for joining me today and talking a little bit about the populations and settings music therapists get to work in. We hope that you guys get a little bit more of an insight on where we have opportunities and services available. So we hope that you guys enjoyed today's talk and that you can learn a little bit more about the interventions and goals that we would try to achieve in tomorrow's video. Thank you.